getting ready to go on our 23rd flight out of Asheville charter. Today's makeup is 14 World War II veterans. 3 of those were in World War II, Vietnam, and Korea. 47 Korean War veterans, and I believe 14 or 15 Vietnam veterans. So we've got quite the collection of heroes, and we're excited about flying up to DC again.
Flying time just under an hour, 57 minutes, and we're proud to be here, proud to do what we're doing. This is a thrill for us.
Yeah.
And those guys are our heroes. I love it.
Sergeant Frank Spare, retired United States Marine Corps. I spent quite a bit of time in combat, and coming here to the amphitheater and to the Tomb of the Unknown, I welled up inside. It's just amazing to me that we have all this beauty and we've all sacrificed our lives, our families, our bodies, along with our lives, and time to get our country to be as strong as it should be. We've done our job, and I pray that everyone else in charge of us can do the same, and honorably.
My name is Charles R. Hess II. I reside in Cullowhee, North Carolina. I went in the Army January 3rd, 1967. In 1980, I joined the United States Air Force Reserve. I was a special agent with the Office of Special Investigations. I worked with the Secret Service on President George W. Bush and Laura Bush's details. Being a guardian to these guys is an honor and a privilege. They deserve it. They deserve everything this country can give them. You can't say enough for their service. They came out of depression, fought a world war, came home and built the country into what it is today. If anyone has the opportunity and the honor to escort one of these gentlemen from a previous conflict that has enabled us to have the freedoms we have today, I consider it an honor. This is my 4th trip, and I enjoy every minute of it.
I'm Marshall Garman Jr., originally from North Carolina. I joined the military when I was 18 years old. And I went to Korea and spent 13 months and 12 days on the front line in North Korea. And I lost a lot of my friends over there. And I'm glad I done it because I wanted to free South Korea. I'm glad I served my country 10.5 years. I served them. And it was a tough time, toughest that I've ever spent. But I survived it, and I'm back home, and I just feel bad for my friends.
My name is George Austin. I was in Korea for a year. Out of the year, 10 months was on front line in the mountains. I said I'd never want to see another mountain, and we retired to the mountains in western North Carolina, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Be honest with you, I would probably have never seen all of this if it hadn't have been for the Blue Ridge Honor Flight. This trip is awesome, but I appreciate everything.
My name is Mike DiRocco, and I joined the Marines in 1954 to 59, after which I joined specifically for U.S. Army Special Forces. And I went ahead and continued in that mode for 13.5 years. During the early days of Vietnam involvement, We were on special duty, or sometimes called SD, to the CIA. We were the nucleus and the brains behind the entire assembly of the 750,000 mountain yards that were in Vietnam, and we were trying to keep them from going away from the South Vietnamese government. And we did very, very well. The Blue Ridge Honor Flight has been a tremendous experience for myself individually. Everything they have done was first class. It was done thoughtfully. If you're a Vietnam veteran, you're looking for closure so that you can continue with your life, I would suggest that you do take this flight. It will do a lot for you and for your family too.
We saved the best for last. You set the gold standard for what it means to come together as a nation and do whatever it takes to fight and defeat evil. Thank you for your undying service to our nation.
I'm Jonathan J. Molinaro, and I'm an Italian, full-blooded Italian, and I left Warren, Ohio in 1943 down to Columbus, Ohio, and that's where I first got into the service. I became a cannoneer in the artillery. I was in the war for 2 years and 3 months. I was in 4 major battles. Come home unscathed. Thank God.
Dale, thank you for your service.
Thank you for all you do.
I'm Gay Calhoun. When I got 17 years old, I went in the Air Force. I ended up in southern England and flew a B-24s. Some days stay out 12 hours. Stayed there 6 months. They sent us back to Miami for rest and rehabilitation. It was great. But this has been wonderful. That's the reason I came. I wanted to fly up here and back. My son called them and had them fix me a seat for the window, and it was wonderful to be able to see out.
Richard, thank you for your service to our nation.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
I was 19 when I went in, and I always used to think that was the best move I ever made in my life, was to join the Air Force. When I pass a group of girls, I say, girls, join the military, you'll love it, you'll love it. I highly encourage young girls to think about it. This is a very, very memorable day for me. I met Jeff in Hendersonville and got to talking with him, and when he found out that I'm a Korean veteran, he invited me, really. Yeah, this has been really a wonderful day for me. I've appreciated everything they've done for us. They can't seem to please you enough, you know. It's been great, really great.
In case you didn't notice, you were just deloused. They'll let you back into Asheville now.
If someone were to have the opportunity to come on an honor flight, there's no doubt that they should go. It brings back a lot of memories. It brings back respect and honor, the dedication, the time these people have put in. there's nothing to be compared to this.
Everybody on the flight feels like they were kings for a day, and I honestly believe that.
You know, every day, every trip's different. You have different things happen, a different show of emotion. At the end of the day, when I get home and start thinking about it, it's usually when it hits me. It's a testimonial to the good that's still out there.